Story, everybody, is called The Magic Porridge Pot. This must be the village where the people in the story live. I can see houses, I can see a shop, and I can see a church and animals. What can you see? Let's start the story of the magic porridge pot. Once a girl called Rose lived with her mother in a tiny cottage. They were so poor that there was hardly a bean in the house to eat. Oh dear, that must be really awful if you don't have enough food. One day poor Rose felt so hungry that she ran into the woods and wept. "Oh, oh, oh. You poor girl," said a voice. "What's the matter?" The voice belonged to a kind old lady. When she heard how hungry Rose was, the old lady gave her a present. It's a pot. A magic cooking pot. The old lady explained. "Just say the words, 'Cook, cook, little pot, make me porridge piping hot,' and the pot will cook you a meal. But when the porridge is cooked, you must say, 'Stop, stop, little pot, no more porridge, that's the lot.'" Rose was overjoyed. She ran home and showed her mother the magic cooking pot. "Cook, cook, little pot, make me porridge piping hot," said Rose. No sooner had she spoken than the pot began to boil and bubble. Bubble, boil, burble. It's cooking. The porridge. The tiny cottage was filled with a dreamy, creamy smell. When the porridge was ready, Rose said, "Stop, stop, little pot, no more porridge, that's the lot." Then Rose and her mother ate and ate till they could eat no more. And the cat had some, and the dog had some, and even the mouse had some. From that day on, they were never hungry again. All they had to do was say the magic words, and in no time a pot of hot porridge stood on the table. Every day they invited their neighbours for breakfast, and for dinner, and for tea. Things went on like this until one day Rose went out for a walk up the hill while her mother cleaned the cottage. Soon the mother felt hungry and said, "Cook, cook, little pot, make me porridge piping hot." Then she went back to her cleaning. She was so busy that she forgot all about the magic cooking pot. The porridge boiled and bubbled. It rose and rose till at last, look, what do you think's going to happen next? It overflowed. The porridge spilled onto the table, and then it spilled onto the floor. The porridge oozed around her feet and ran out of the kitchen door. "Stop! Enough!" cried the mother. But try as she might, she couldn't remember the magic words. Can you remember what she needs to say to make that magic pot stop cooking porridge? The pot went on cooking and cooking. There's porridge everywhere. Down in the town, the people couldn't believe their eyes. The porridge swam down the pavements, and then it ran into the square, and then it rose up to everyone's knees, and carried off the Lord Mayor. He's in charge of the town. And look, it's even taken that person's hat. There's his hat, and he's shouting, "My hat!" What a lot of porridge. At last, Rose came home from her walk. At the gate she stopped and stared. A sea of porridge was coming towards her. There's her mum, and there's Rose. "Help, Rose!" cried her mother. "Please make it stop." Rose took one look and shouted, "Stop, stop, little pot, no more porridge, that's the lot." And do you know what happened? Can you think what's going to happen next? Is the pot going to stop cooking, or is it going to carry on making porridge? Let's turn the page and we'll find out together. The magic pot stopped cooking. "Thank goodness," said her mother, wiping porridge from her eyes. Down in the streets the people cheered. "Roar!" Rose had saved the town from sinking in porridge. But there was still one problem. I wonder what that is. What could they do with all that porridge? Well, they've put it in the plant pots. They've given it to the pigs. They've used it to paint the houses with. What does this say? Porridge, pastries, puddings and pies. I think they've made all that food out of porridge. And there's even a sculpture made out of porridge. Goodness me. And that is the end of the magic porridge pot. I hope you enjoyed today's story and that you'll come back to Big Faye's house very soon for another tale to enjoy. Bye-bye.